I'm going to do a quick video to kind of show you how to format the test questions in order to be imported into Blackboard utilizing the Brigham Young's conversion software or conversion website. The first thing you need to do is get your questions in the correct format for the conversion for them to be put into the format that Blackboard uses. So opened up the file for the last one you gave me on quiz 2 for chapters 3 and 4. What I did last time is I broke it down in chapter 1 in another segment for chapter 2, so you can kind of you could use either one of those on different tests and so forth. On this particular one, I don't know where the questions for chapter 3 end and chapter 4 begin. So, but anyway, we'll show you how to do this fairly quickly. Getting in the right format may take a few minutes. But first thing I want to do is I want to view this so that it is in a format easier to read. And let me raise this up so that I've got this view function in here. So I'm going to click on view and I want to go to edit document format. So this is now in a format that I can use. One of the things that you're going to want to do is from this home page is to turn on all the editing features, because this way you can see what needs to be pulled out and what's not there. First thing we want to do is get rid of a lot of this paragraph formatting. So you want to highlight all of the text by hitting the Control and the A key at the same time, and then you're going to delete this all out so you're going to repaste it. So if you hit Control X, that cuts everything out, puts it into the clipboard. Now you want to, somewhere in the body of the text, you want to right click and you want to go to paragraph, because we're going to set this paragraph up so everything is single space and there's nothing before or after. Otherwise, it can be hard to tell whether, if it's double spaced like that, whether there's an extra line in between, and that's real important for this. So we want to set the spacing after back down to 0. I click the right way, there it goes, and set the line spacing to 0. All the indentations and forth should be set to 0. So we'll click OK, and now we're going to go ahead and paste that document, or all that text that we copied to the clipboard back in, but we want to put it back in as text only. So you're going to you right click to paste it, and then you come over to the paste options and click on the one that says text only. Now everything's in there without the formatting, and we can kind of see what's going on. And as I said, with the formatting information in there, it's going to make it easier for us to see what we want to get rid of. So let me get back up to the beginning up here. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is, before our exam, one of the things we're going to have to start off with is the letters M and C in here. That tells the Blackboard that I'm going to be using multiple choice questions. Now with true-false questions, you can put TF, or you can keep doing it as multiple choice and just give the two multiple choices as either true or false, and that will set it up just the same. So that's what we're going to do here. When we get to the multiple choice questions, we're going to just leave them to the true-false, we're going to leave them as multiple choice, but we're going to set the multiple choice options as either true or false. And we're still going to use that asterisk as the indicator of the correct answer. So now we got to get rid of all these tabs that are in here. And there's some editing options using the find and replace that I will do to get rid of them, but that's a little bit more complicated for this quick update. And you can do it with only 20-something questions. We can do it manually fairly easily. So to make it easier to see what I need to get rid of, I turn this on. Again, now the arrow across means there is a tab. This kind of backwards paragraph sign indicates there's a carriage return. You want them at the end of any question or answer, and you want a blank space between each question. Other than that, we want to get rid of all of them, and we want to get rid of all these tabs. So to get rid of the tabs, simply click next to it. Again, you hit the backspace, you'll probably have to put in a space in there to between the period and the start of the first word. In this case, after the A, the asterisk and the A, you're going to leave it the same. Again, you can go right next to it, hit the star and the space, and we can just kind of start going down. This one had 2, over a couple of space, and delete, over the space and delete, and keep going, and so on and so forth. And then make sure that you have the carriage return and a blank line after that. I'll go ahead and pull another one of these. Whoops, went too far. Pull another one of these out to kind of show you where we're going. I already had a space there. And just kind of keep going until you've got it all in the format that you want. Now, another thing you're going to have to look through, and I've got this already set up on another page where I've already done all of this, putting it in the right order, and we'll get there. But look for things like this. Right here, we've got 2 blank lines, so we want to get rid of one of them. And as we go down, we got like 3 blank lines here, or 4 blank lines. So now we've only got 1. And again, I would be pulling all these tabs out as we go. And then let's get down to the true-false questions eventually. And where are they at? We'll come into them in a minute. Okay, so for my true-false questions, I'm going to type in true, and then false, and again leave a blank line between them. So this one's true. I'm going to put the star there, and I would delete the true out here, and again delete that extra space, and then keep doing that for all of those, so that they're all set up like that. The bonus questions, we're going to enter those separately because we're not going to import them. You're looking at 2 separate questions. I guess you have a true, false, and you can just kind of cut and paste those in to the document. So let me go ahead and get this out of the way, and let me pull up the actual version where I've got everything in order already. And as you can see here, go ahead and turn these on. I've got no tabs left in here. I've got a single line between each question. There you go. I missed one right there. I've got the asterisk for the correct question started right at the beginning of the line. And again, there's no double lines between the questions and so forth. And we'll kind of move through them quickly. We'll get down to the true-false questions. And they're all right in there, and then I had to put a page break just to show that we go to the bonus questions. So we're going to now cut these all and put them into this converter web page that comes from Brigham Young. Notice we'll start with this MC. I'm going to hit Control-C to put them into my clipboard, and then come up here to the Brigham Young, and I'll give you a link to this page. And then again, when you get it in this box, you hit Control-V, and then you're going to save the text, and it will save. Find a location to save it. I will save it to. I usually use download because MC is the beginning. It defaults to MC. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. If you don't have the file there, of course, it won't come up with the existing file. I use it over and over, so I just hit Replace. And now I'm going to go into Blackboard. We'll go to your course, and let me pull up the right course. I should have done that already. But we'll pull up Community Resources and Corrections. We're going to go over here to the Course Tools. Click on Course Tools. We will scroll down to the Tests in Pools. And we're going to create a pool, because we're going to use this pool to create the quiz. But you can use different pools, you can use different amount of questions, and so forth. We'll kind of get into that a little bit later, but I'm going to click on Pool. I'm going to, then as you see, I've already got Chapter 1 Quiz Pool, Chapter 2 Quiz Pool, and what I will do here is I'm going to build a pool, and I'm going to name it Chapter 3 and 4 Quiz Pool. You don't need to put anything else, just hit submit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to upload questions, and we've already put them into that text format, that MC text, and we will find those under download. And again, I got MC TXT, and we'll hit open, and then we'll hit submit. It should import all the questions. There were 24 questions. I assume that was the right number. You want to check that to make sure it's the right number, because occasionally you can have things wrong and then you can go back and find them. And you'll see we've got all these multiple choice questions. I've got a couple of them that I see a problem with. I've got a question that has an ordering problem, so I'll have to go back and look at those and figure out what the problem is on that. And then we've got the true false questions, and I'm only showing one true false question, so I believe there were several, so I do have some issues that I've got to have to figure out what's going on with them. And actually this one, I kind of tell the problem with this. It didn't think it was a true false because I had an extra space in there, so we can go back there and check it. Probably going to run out of time on this video. I'll have to do it on a continuation because it's only 15 minutes allowed. So let me go back and we'll try to fix this. The ordering questions, I probably didn't have the question marked as the correct answer, so I'm going to have to find those and we'll try to fix those. I will say I didn't do this on purpose, but let's go back in here and first look at the true-false questions, because we can fix those rather quickly. And here's the one we have the extra carriage return here, so we delete that out. We got an extra carriage return right here. We delete that out. See, that didn't show us a true false. So we've got those out of the way. Now the ones I've got another issue with, for these back here, it looks like question E. That should have had a star in front of it, so that was one of them. And the other one that's missing one is right above it, and I'll have to try to figure that one out. Let me go back to the unedited version for question number 17. It looks like I'm missing the answer. Let's go back up here. In question 17, the problem I have is I'm guessing this is it right here. C is the correct answer. So let's go back to this current version and mark it as question 17 is C. Oh, there it is. And we'll save that. Again, come back up here and highlight them, and we'll try this one more time. Control C to put it in the buffer. Come over here, back to the BYU page. We're going to Control A to delete all this out. Control V to paste it back in. We're going to hit Save Text. Click on MC again. Save it. Click OK. Come back over here. Hit here to select all the questions, and it will highlight them, and we're going to delete them because we're going to try it again. They'll all delete out. Now we will upload them, hitting the browse button, typing in MC again, and open it, submit it, and now we'll scroll down, and hopefully we've got all multiple choices now. We've got looks like 3 true false. Let me make sure these. Nope, that one's not reflected as true false. I've still got one more error here. It looks like I'm missing a blank line between 21 and 22. So once again, I'm going to run out of time. Let me go ahead and pause this. I will correct it and come back and paste it in again. So hold on. Okay, I've only got a couple seconds left on this, but I went ahead and fixed the file. I uploaded it through BYU. I'm deleting it out. And now this time, I'm going to upload the questions, and hopefully I've fixed everything. Usually I fix everything after I find the mistakes the first time, but not always, obviously.